Hello guys, I am V. Sai Srinivas of 9th class from Mathman. So today I am going to explain today's editorial. So let's get started. So today our editorial's name is Green over Brown. India's climate goals are on track, but future investments must be sustainable. So India is achieving its climate goals, but for future the investments must be done. India asserted at the virtual Climate Ambition Summit, convened by the US to mark 5 years of the Paris Agreement, that it will, on its way, not just fulfilling its national pledge on emission reduction but exceeding the commitment. So, India attended the meeting held at Paris by the UN regarding the Climate Ambition Summit. So, according to the Paris Agreement, they will help in reducing the emissions of pollutants and also not exceeding the commitment. The performance outlined by Prime Minister Narendra Modi rests primarily on the estimated present reduction of emissions intensity by 21% over 2005 and the twin pillars of renewable energy and the higher forest cover. So, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that they want to decrease the emission of pollutants by 21% of 2005 and by but the goal is between 33% and 35% of GDP by 2030. So they wanted to increase the renewable energy sources and they want to increase the forests and etc. Indeed, the emissions gap report 2020 of the UNEP includes India among the 9 G20 members who are on track to achieve their unconditional commitments under the Paris Pact based on pre-COVID-19 projections. The UNEP shows a list of 9 countries who are part of the Commission or the Climate Ambition Summit. According to the Pact of Paris, they are on track on decreasing the carbon emissions and etc. So India is in that list too. So India is on the track and it will achieve its goal in reducing the carbon emissions. So this was done before we were hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. Significantly, the G20 bloc as a whole, responsible for 78% of greenhouse gas emissions, was not expected to meet its pledges, but some countries and the EU as a group announced higher ambition at the summit. So all the countries are combinedly are responsible for more than 78% of the greenhouse gas emissions all around the world. So some countries did not expect to meet the pledges, while some countries, including the EU, formed a group and they said that they have a higher ambition in the summit and they will decrease even more percentage of the emissions of the greenhouse gases. The brief reduction in global GHG emissions brought about by the pandemic has given all countries an opportunity to review their development trajectories. So the COVID-19 had given an opportunity for all the countries to check their track in achieving this goal and make some amends if they have to. So it helped some countries and some didn't have any use of it. The unprecedented event has enabled them to deploy an extraordinary fiscal stimulus for rehabilitation of economics, estimated at $12 trillion globally, making green worth a possibility. India faces a particular challenge in moving its pandemic rehabilitation spending away from traditional brown sector policies aligned with fossil fuel use to green territory. So, this event has enabled the countries and the summit to give an amount to give a fiscal stimulus about $12 trillion for all the countries that would help in the rearrangement or rehab of the countries. So India also needs it because it needs the pandemic rehabilitation too. So after that they spend most of it in the traditional brown sector policies, which are is also considered as the fossil fuel use territories. So they are being changed to the green territories. At the recent summit, Mr. Modi took credit for expansion of forests, which according to the national pledge under the Paris Agreement will serve as a carbon sink of 2.5 billion to 3 billion tons of carbon dioxide equivalent by 2030. So, in a recent summit that has been held few days ago, Mr. Modi had stated that he was responsible for the expansion of these forests, and according to the national pledge of the Paris Agreement, they say that this will serve as a carbon sink where the trees absorb the carbon dioxide and it will decrease the greenhouse gases in the atmosphere by 2.5 billion to 3.5 billion tons of carbon dioxide. So this is a key goal for them. The center has questioned the veracity of state afforestation data and said only a fourth of the claims they made were deemed credible. Clearly, without a cohesive policy on verifiable afforestation, the carbon sink approach may yield poor dividends with questions hanging over the spending. So, the center has inquired the states regarding the policies of afforestation. So, many of them gave a reply, but it was found out that only 1/4 of the claims or statements made by the states were true, and only they are useful. So, without a policy, this will affect the goal of India. So, it might not achieve its decrease of carbon emission, and it will keep the questions hanging all over around. Where is the money being funded by the UN going? So that would get India into trouble. So the government must take care of this problem now.